alongside a Tarek. That's actually a pretty strong combination in of itself, as Angel will be able to jump into the back of the fight later on in the game towards Y4, and Sword Art can keep him protected with the Radiance. It's about time we jump into this game and kick things off. We're going to have Suning on our red side and V5 on our blue side. V5 here to play spoiler and ruin Suning's chances of climbing up the playoff ladder.
Looking at this early game, I feel like Suning doesn't actually have a lot of options of where they can go. They lose the top side 2v2 when you have something like a Renekton with a Sejuani, so a lot of strong melee dueling right there. You do have a strong bot lane 2v2, but you're against a Tom Kench, right? He's going to be able to devour Y4 at any moment if he walks too far forward. And we've already set up that Kassadin doesn't really have strong early dueling potential.
Very standard runes across the board here. And you're absolutely right. Not going to have strong dueling potential from the Kassadin early on, and that's why he's going to go with the fleet footwork, just survive through the laning phase. We talk about Kassadin every game. We talk about the way this champion works. It's not until you get 2 items, until you're past level 11, that you're really going to be able to do much of anything in these fights. And so it's a lot about playing it safe in the early game and waiting until later. That's when Angel will come online.
True. Looking at Suning, it is all about kind of post 20, 25 minutes. So we're looking at what Victory 5 can do early with the winning matchup in top and mid. And then, of course, we see Y4 going towards the lethality Varus. So you're going to spike very hard at 1 to 2 items.
This is something I feel like we've seen from Y4 a few times now. He seems to lean towards the lethality over the on-hit. But especially with a Syndra, the lethality Varus actually is pretty great follow-up on burst damage, because you can just chunk people out with the piercing arrow, especially if you activate the blighted quiver first. But we will see a little bit of sparring in this bottom lane. Ultimately, it does feel this composition from V5 is a little bit of win lane, win game.
And that's how Victory 5 have always drafted, if we think about this split. And even going back to last year when they had people like Ben 4 on the roster, they were very much about winning early game and transitioning that into a game win.
Alias with a nice early trade onto Bin. But that is pretty much how you would expect Renekton versus Mordekaiser to go up in the top side of the map. It's going to be a little bit difficult for Mordekaiser. There's not that many lane matchups that Renekton struggles into, honestly.
And we do see Xiaohan heading up towards the top side, maybe expecting a gank from SOFM.
It's going to be Spot, though. Does have the sweeper. He figured that this ward might be here, but he might just look for a dive on this one. CLX rotating up as well. SOFM is going to be here to try and protect Bin. Flash is available on both sides here. It's going to be important that Xiaohan gets the stun. He will be able to find it. The second stun comes on in as well. Alias doesn't quite have the damage. CLX can't finish off the kills. Flash from Alias to get 1 kill. It's 1 for 1 because Angel TP'd up as well. This is huge. If Kassadin can get multiple kills, Alias going for more. There's the stun. There's follow-up from CLX. Angel survives. 1 more auto takes it. Utter chaos, but V5 are coming out on top. Now they go for the redive once again. Bin happy to tank though. Alias somehow doesn't take tower aggro. Bin's still alive here. The fancy footwork. Alias in the minion wave. CLX desperately trying to land a Q, but he's not going to be able to do it. Almost takes a tower shot. Bin survived!
You spent so much time making that play on the side of Victory 5, though. Great play coming out from Bin, but even better setup from Suning. We saw they had vision spotting out CLX walking up, but SOFM.
Once more on this one. Didn't know which brush they were in.
Unlucky.
Took a gamble. Didn't pay off on that one. But hey, great stuff coming out from Suning here. Bin managing to survive that play. Ultimately, gold-wise, it did go the way of V5, but Angel getting a kill on Kassadin early, that's a big deal.
I would say that was a very bold play coming out from Victory 5, knowing that SOFM should be topside around that time.
To be fair, though, we know that Victory 5 loves to dive towers at level 2, and we know it's not necessarily strategically genius. So it's not that unbelievable to see them doing it again, just this time on the top side of the map.
And I feel like Victory 5 still come out pretty fortunate with how it ended up, with SOFM already being there. Could have turned out a lot worse.
Uh-oh, CLX, he's already used his flash in the last fight. He's going to be punished for that one. Angel gets a second kill on Kassadin. I mean, that's just the dream scenario for the mid laner.
And that was really greedy coming out from CLX. The wave was pushing into him. He could have just held it there. He was trying to walk forward to get a better freeze in a nicer position, but still very decisive play coming out from SOFM, setting up that kill nicely.
And a really nice roam from Sword Art as well, but now more action in the top lane. Xiaohan's moved up. Bin will be the target. The stun immediately comes on through, but Alias doesn't quite have the damage. He's the one to go down. Now Xiaohan has nothing left in the tank. He'll fall as well. Obliterate to take it, and a double kill for Bin.
It's so important, those early kills that Suning were able to pick up. The 2 cloth armors coming out for Bin, making him too hard to take down, and the red smite already being onto SOFM, I'm sorry. This was what was supposed to be the winning side for Victory 5. You have the Renekton, you have the Sejuani who pairs so well with melee champions, and you're losing on your strong side.
It's so sad as well because it's not like Victory 5 are the kind of team that loses games because they didn't do anything, you know. At least they're proactive. They're fun to watch. They do things. They make things happen around the map, but it just never seems to quite work together right. It never seems to be quite the right play, never quite the right synergy between the players, and Suning consistently pulling out advantages.
And now Suning will be fine to just kind of leave Bin to his own devices. He has the Bramble Vest. He's going to do well in that matchup now and start playing more for Huanfeng and Sword Art on the bot side of the map, trying to pressure those Drakes and really get Huanfeng ahead to where he can dance around these team fights and, you know, deal all the damage that we know Kalista can.
Yeah, it does take an item or two before Kalista really hits those big power spikes, but once you get the Blade of the Rune King, once you get your boots, you can start to have a massive impact in the fights. Huanfeng just desperately waiting for that moment to arrive. And it feels so good once you get some attack speed on Kalista. It's one of the most satisfying champions to play when you've got a couple of items, especially with a Hurricane just dancing around a minion wave. It feels amazing, man.
And we see SOFM walking into the red side jungle. Actually, doesn't know that Xiaohan is here. Just going to start up this dragon on top of CLX, just making that reset.
Yeah, CLX going to be heading back to base, and it means Angel can push the mid wave in as well. Xiaohan, though, they're going to be aware that this is going on because of the Scuttle Crab here. SOFM a little bit nervous about it. He's just spotted the entire team. Oh no, dodges the stun here. The rest of his team's arrived as well. Y4 gets the dragon. SOFM can't get the flag and drag. He dropped the flag, but he couldn't drag. Now it's going to be on to V5 as Xiaohan traded 1-for-1 so far. Dragon went the way of V5. Slow from Angel. Max desperately trying to get away. Dazzle flashed away from. Ultimately, V5, they win that one.
Messy execution from both sides. Victory 5 blast planning over without Y4.
Oh, we're not done just yet, though. Y4's getting to the stacks to their end. Angel's here. Flash from Y4. Sword Art's going to try and chase this one down. Max is fallen. That's going to be a dazzle to death from Sword Art.
That one was just unfortunate. They tried to walk back through their lane through Tri-Brush, but of course, Suning had priority to get there first. Angel easily able to follow up, and they find two easy kills.
And I love this build coming out from Angel. Instead of going for the Catalyst and trying to get to his Rod of Ages ASAP, starting off with these Merc Treads just means he can move around a lot quicker, be a part of these plays, and impact the game, even though he's on the Kassadin. In the meantime, SOFM with some very aggressive invading while Xiaohan's right next to the blue.
You can do that now when your lanes are so far ahead. We set up Suning as the team that was supposed to wait 20, 25 minutes to get into this game, but just through superior early skirmishing, superior early pathing from SOFM, they're already ahead with a Kassadin.
The thing is as well, it's ahead off of V5's plays. Suning weren't really the ones putting their foot down and starting everything off. They were just reacting. But it was V5 starting these level 2 tower dives. Now it's V5 starting the Herald. SOFM is not afraid to come and contest this one. He knows that Max is going to be there, but Sword Art's on the way. They've got a Scryer's Orb to be able to spot this one out. CLX has arrived, and the whole team collapsing from both sides. Y4 is on the way, though, whereas Huanfeng's staying in the bottom lane. Now Max is the target as Bin jumps into this one, but he's gone way too deep on his own. SOFM can't find a knock-up and might just get burst on down. Y4 can finish this one off before the Radiance. And well, disastrous fight for Suning. Great play here from V5.
This is why the Sejuani-Renekton duo is so strong. We saw that Bin was CC'd for so long, he never even got a chance to pull someone into the Death Realm and look for that isolated 1v1. V5 get numbers advantage, use their CC well, and they're the ones who are able to pick up the Herald And this is what we've talked about with Victory 5. They've been having much more coherent early games recently, and they're doing it again against Suning, playing spoiler like you talked about.
Yeah, they're looking to ruin Suning's playoff chances here. Angel, so far, is the shining light for Suning, and he needs to continue to ramp up if he wants a chance in this game.
I was going to say, that's a really good shining light when you have a 4-1 cast in 10 minutes.
But on the other side of the board, CLX ain't doing too bad for himself either. 3-1-1 on the Syndra. He's going to be ahead in farm by 20 CS as well. And Syndra is by no means any slouch. Syndra can definitely carry a game. So this is by no means a Suning advantage anymore. They're 1,000 gold up, but it feels like they're losing control.
And what we need to see now is Victory 5 start putting their foot on the gas pedal, moving this game forward. But going back to this replay, we see Bin kind of posturing aggressively forward while Huanfeng is on the bot side. We talked about all the CC that they have to shut him down, isn't able to pull anyone into the Death Realm. SLFM getting caught out on the back end by CLX, very easily able to burst him down.
V5 now rotate towards this mid lane. They've got the Herald. They want to try and remove some more of these plates. Try and get rid of the first plate without the Herald first. SOFM going to be off to the side though, and it actually deters the play. Xiaohan will have the Herald still in his pocket. Suning will want to fight for this.
Suning still feel like they're in a good spot. Caston, of course, has the Rod of Ages, and Huanfeng picking up that Blade of the Rune King that you set up as being such a strong first item power spike.
It does take a little while to come online though. That's the only issue. It's going to be on 0 stacks for now. Angel has his TP, and you can see Huanfeng pinging towards this bottom side. They did spot out CLX and Xiaohan on that ward, but they're not going to pull the trigger on a play just yet. Xiaohan, he's past the halfway mark on this Herald. He needs to decide where he wants to accelerate the game here and try and find some plates for his team.
Yeah, and we're probably going to see him use it proactively to set up for this Dragon. Those recalls, though, putting CLX in a really bad spot for a dive.
CLX could be in trouble, but I don't think Suning are really looking towards this bottom lane just yet. They want the red buff first. And now it might be too late because Max and Y4, they're back in lane. Oh, it's not Y4 actually, it's Xiaohan. Because Dragon's up now. First one went the way of V5. They're actually just going to drop the Herald in the bottom lane, force Angel away, and then group up for this Dragon. SOFM is going to be here. Would be a smite fight. The jungler's levels are even right now. Angel has to come and respect the Herald. The plates go the way of Xiaohan.
Victory 5 using that Herald to force Suning to make a decision. Hey, you either take Dragon or you come and answer this play. I also like that V5 are letting Suning get on the objective first. You have the lethality Varus, lay down that poke, get those health bars low.
Respect from Huanfeng that immediately cleanses the chains of corruption. He knew that play was coming.
And I think that's still a massive win for Victory 5 that you get to cleanse off the Kalista when you still have the Scatter of the Week coming out from CLX. And just all the CC in general coming out from Xiaohan.
Yeah, I mean, Xiaohan being able to follow up on a Scatter of the Week with his own ultimate. That's a big old CC chain available for V5 if they can get onto Huanfeng. But that's easier said than done. Huanfeng's positioning across this split so far has been exceptional. Got a bit of a 1v1 between the tanky junglers here. They don't do a lot of damage, but Angel does, and he's arrived on the scene. Max here to save his jungler. TP's channel. We've got a full 5v5. Angel jumps away with the Rift Walk. Bin in the back line. Could use the Blast Cone to try and find an ulti. But the question would be, will the rest of the team follow up? CLX uses that Unleashed power.
Whoa!
There's a flash from Alias. Takes down Bin in the 1v1. And that's the second fight in a row now where Bin doesn't get to use that Death Row.
And the setup from Victory 5 was also pretty awkward. We saw Xiaohan looking for that engage while Alias was walking up towards topside. Alias could have just walked straight towards the Dragon, used their numbers advantage to get on the Drake first, and then...
Alias is here.
What?
Sort of. I don't know if you want to go for that. I'm not sure on that one.
I don't know how to even describe what just happened. Why?
Sorta just goes in. He's like, wait a second. They have a whole team. This isn't fair. Oh, dear. Well, he survives. He's fine. Cost him his flash, but, you know, not the end of the world for them. More tower plates going the way of V5, though, than went for Suning. And the gold lead has just about diminished. Suning were able to start off with a lead, but that's shrunk down significantly. And Alias, for the side of V5, has been such an influential force on this Renekton.
He's so far ahead right now. What we want to see is Victory 5 play around his pressure, keep having him push out that top side, roam towards mid, while Y4 lays down the punishment in the mid lane, setting up for the next Herald. You do have this small period as Victory 5 where you do still win side lanes with the Renekton against Kassadin or Mordekaiser, so we want to see them abuse this window.
Now, as we move towards the mid game, 2 Drakes in favor of V5 is going to be pretty significant advantage for them. Look at the damage coming out from Alias. He's so easily able to win these trades now. He's got the Blade of the Rune King. He's just going to do work. And even against a Bramble Vest there, he's really not bothered. But it's important now for V5 to maintain this momentum that they've got going for themselves, to keep forcing the players and keep trying to find these fights.
The great thing moving over to the side of Suning is they are able to put Angel in the bot side and push out this lane, while CLX does have to stay grouped, doesn't really want to match Kassadin in the side lane right now. And it's going to be about, can Angel find a good TP flank? But at this point, Victory 5's champion should still come out on top.
Angel TP's on towards the mid lane, but they've already gone in. Radiance onto the likes of SOFM and Sword Art. They're going to find one straight away onto Y4, and the rest of the team just desperately trying to escape. Xiao Han in the middle of everyone, and he's going to be finished off by Bin for a double kill. Now Alias locked up and will be taken down as well. The Ren stacked up. Oh, Scout of the Week! Oh, can't quite turn it around. One Call the Meek would have finished off everyone there, but it was on cooldown.
And we see how strong Victory 5 could have been had they all been at the Herald. Of course, CLX wasn't there. 3-1-2 on this Syndra is one of the strongest members of this team. Suning getting the 4v5. No, since Syndra's not there, they're not able to burst anyone down before the Cosmic Radiance. And Suning come out massively ahead.
And look at the scoreline for Angel, 6-1-2. We can take another look and watch him pick up some of these kills.
And we see that CLX is not here on our mini-map, so there's no burst able to come out from the side of Victory 5. The Cosmic Radiance does come down, so they are able to just kind of get on top of V5 very easily. And when you have champions like the Kassadin, like the Jarvan, this is exactly what you want to do. And as you point out here, the Scatter of the Week does so much damage, but now it's too late.
It could have been beautiful. Could have been magnificent. And Alias had just used his Call the Meek as well. If he just waited a second, maybe they could have turned something around there. But as you rightly say, CLX not in position to start the fight correctly. And it means that V5, they start to fall behind now. Angel very, very far ahead. But Alias, he's going to be an OP player for the early game. That is for sure in this Renekton.
And for that play, it's very perplexing that Victory 5 weren't able to get the correct setup. When we said that Angel was on the bot side of the map, V5 actually had all 5 members around the top side. They didn't get that mid priority first, so CLX was left in the mid lane.
Oh, CLX wants a 1v1 onto Bin. He's pulled into the Death Realm. This actually could be a lot close. Oh my days, never mind. Bin wants this one himself. He's got the Merc Charge. He can tank the damage.
Bin was 4-2-2, and Diora Mordekaiser. Syndra not able to burst him down through that W, then just easily get on top of CLX. As long as he hits that Obliterate, he wins.
He certainly did. Now onto the mid lane. Suning. They've got a hold of this game, and it doesn't look like they want to let go just yet. Going to be able to get a second charge out of this Herald as well. Nice bit of bonus for them. Xiao Han now the target as the Ren stack up. Huge Cataclysm. The Fate's Call knock up as well. This is a beautiful fight. Double kill for Angel. Make it a triple. Suning are running away with things now. Alias uses the Dominus. Oh no, the TP's going to be cancelled. Oh, flash from Huanfeng. Alias can do nothing. Suning shut V5 out of the game.
And we see with how far ahead Suning are, with CLX dead, with Alias not in mid lane, they could just force a dive at 18 minutes. Their champions are so good at going in. They get another 2 turrets and a dragon.
And let's just go back to what we were saying at the start. Angel's on Kassadin. I was saying he's not going to be able to impact the game till he's level 11, till he's got a couple of items. Well, he's level 12 now, and he's got a couple of items, but he's already got 10 kills. He's not meant to have that kind of score at this point.
And this all comes off the back of Victory 5 being the one forcing. They forced that early game dive to start off with. Of course, they came out ahead in kills, but you're already getting kills onto this Kassadin, and you don't feel bad as Suning going 1-for-1 every time when you have the superior scaling comp.
Oh, Bin is licking his lips, though. He's found CLX again. Flashes for the Obliterate. Death's Grasp going to be avoided, but CLX has got nowhere else to go. We've already seen that 1v1 before. We knew how it was going to end. Now Bin, though, will be punished for this one. Death's Grasp pulls people under the tower. He is tanky as well on this Mordekaiser, and he's set up for the rest of the team. In comes SOFM and Sword Art. They don't have much damage, but they've got enough to finish these members off. Now in comes Hwanfeng to sweep things up, and V5, they try and make a play, but it all goes wrong again.
And we just see there, once CLX goes down, Varus, Tahm Kench, and Sejuani, there is no DPS here when you go full lethality Varus. You're not doing any damage to SOFM or Sword Art. They can just 2v3 you until Hwanfeng arrives at the fight, and now they get a Baron.
Yeah, and Angel didn't even need to be a part of the play. He was just shoving out mid lane the whole time. Now they're rewarded with a Baron, and we've gone from V5 being the ones with the advantages in the early game. They were the ones with the first 2 Drakes. They were the ones making the plays. And it's all been flipped on its head. Now a 9,000 gold lead for Suning.
We've seen CLX make the same mistake consistently, though, of sending CLX way too far forward in the side lane. Your composition is not set up to 1-3-1. If you are playing around a side lane, it is with Alias. For CLX, you want to catch that wave in the top lane, start that push off, walk towards mid, and start using all of your range with the Varus, with the Syndra, to kind of set up these pseudo-sieges and look for picks.
And I want to take a second here. Well, maybe I don't have time because V5,
once again,
they're going to be the ones making a play here. SOFM, not really the ideal target. Ooh. Angel has gone way too deep. He's going to get in range of the Cosmic Radiance, though. Now for the Cataclysm. Now for the follow-up from the squad. Triple Fate's Call. Angel has the damage, and SOFM gets one. Ali as the next target. And you know what? That was not a perfect fight from Suning, but they're so far ahead that it just does not matter.
Angel is pretty lucky that Y4 missed with the Chains of Corruption, but we just saw how mobile their team comp is. They tried to get a pick onto Angel and SOFM. Jarvan can easily flag and drag away. Of course, Angel has his ultimate once the Chains of Corruption miss. This might just be the game.
Yeah, Bin going to be split pushing in the bottom lane while the mid lane inhibitor is going to be taken down by the rest of the squad. Still 10 seconds until Alias spawns. And you'd expect Suning maybe move down towards this bottom side to get the inhibitor rather than just trying to force the end. But if V5 overextend, this could still be the final fight. Xiaohan pulled back in, Dazzle to keep him in place. Max is there to save his jungler. Angel jumping forwards, but doesn't quite have the damage to finish things off just yet. Another inhibitor falls. They're not done yet. They're not going to just let V5 get away with that kind of play. Now onto the base. Looking for these Nexus towers. Death's Grasp doesn't land. Alias can't quite get the damage onto anyone. Suning want this, and they've got a good amount of sustain coming out from Sword Art. The Baroned up minion waves will continue to fall into the base. And the siege just keeps on going here.
Problem with Victory 5 at this point is even if you get a pick onto Hwanfeng or Angel, you just have so many consistent damage threats on the side of Suning.
How about Max, though? How about a pick onto Max? That's what Bin has found for himself. Cataclysm goes in, Xiaohan the target, and Angel gets yet another kill. Alias can't escape, and suddenly the carries remain for V5, but they've got no one to protect them. The Baroned up supers have arrived, and this will be game 1. Going the way of Suning. Mufasa slowly but surely climbing back up that cliff. And Scar, he's going to fall down for himself. 1-0 now to Suning.
Suning playing so well as a team, just really answering everything that Victory 5 tried to pull off.